Hi, my mic is working. Guys, we actually figured stuff out right for once. Hi. Ooh, spooky. Wow, okay, you're really loose. Candle. This is from my wedding. I'm using it as home decor now because I thought it looked really cool. Is it magnetic? Guys, we could totally have it be like our mic holder. That's kind of lame though, because then it looks like I'm talking to the candles. So I don't think we'll do that. Is this reading by candlelight? Does this count? I think it counts. I'll actually be turning on my real light. Don't worry. Hi. I missed everyone so much. I am so tired. Like, so tired. And I also, here's a real issue, Kai. Like, I also came back and work has been a shit show. So, Novel Nomad, shout out to her if she's watching. I don't know if she is or not. Um, she She saw me post on. I know, right? Like it's been over a week. That's weird. Okay, so anyway, so Novel Nomad saw me post Tuesday saying like, "Hey, I'm canceling sprints," and she sent me a message. She was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, work has been a shit show. Like basically, like it was terrible. I think I worked until like 6:45 that night. So I was like, there's no way I can have sprints. Like I need to decompress." Also decompressing by drinking a Coke right now because it's fine. It's fine. We did stuff today. It's fine. Anyways, so I was like, yeah, like I'm good. It's literally it's just work. Like work is terrible right now. And she's like, "Okay, is there anything I can do?" I'm like, "No, like it's my job. Like no, there's nothing you can do." Um I just have a lot of going on. So my days are super busy and I'm having to work longer because of it. And so like that's what's going on. So today I worked till 6 and I was like, I'm stopping at 6. Like I've been like I'm done. So it was still a long day though. It was still a long day. And I didn't sleep well last night. And I'm also still recovering from the wedding. And okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying not just the wedding, like the emotional roller coaster that comes with it, or at least that I experienced. Super happy I'm married. Look at the rings. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay. Look at the nails. Also gorgeous, right? Hey, what's up? Look at them nails. They're pretty. Okay. All right. I'm not upset that I got married. Let me make that very clear. But literally Monday, I was off work and I cried off and on all day long. Anywhere from little tears to full on sobbing. Okay? All right. So all of that happened. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? So first off, there is such a thing called like the wedding. Sorry, there are like random people stopped outside my house and they kind of scared me. Um we're just gonna shut my curtain my curtains at least on the side of the couch that I'm sitting on. Um, so wedding blues are a real thing that I did not know about, but I think mine went a little bit above and beyond that. So like I did a pretty good job. Like I got mad a couple times and frustrated a couple times, but like I did a pretty good job between the stress of the actual like wedding planning and work being so crazy since literally the first day of January. I feel like I did a pretty good job managing like my emotions. And what happened, okay, so like that, so there's that. Like I haven't had a breakdown like that, minus from my books, but like an actual real, like non book driven breakdown. Okay. In the last 2 months leading up to my wedding, I had been doing like pretty good mood and emotion wise, like keeping things pretty level, not letting stuff get to me, just working through it, etc. So also at my wedding, my dad lost his shit. So he was going to announce us. He couldn't do it because he broke down crying. He apparently cried throughout the whole ceremony. My back was to him, so I didn't see him. But he apparently like silently wept the whole ceremony. Then he cried during our father daughter dance. And it's just like, so I have not seen my dad cry since my grandpa passed away in 2001. And so I think like between the stress of everything leading into the wedding, not just wedding, but also work, plus seeing my dad like break down, plus the okay, I did my wedding, like what's next? And like the typical wedding blues that can happen. I'm like, I was such a hot mess. I literally okay, TMI, but like Dominic and I, we took a shower at the end of the night. Okay. And I'm literally like, he's like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm okay. Like, it's fine, whatever. And I just like, I'm like, why am I so upset? Like in the shower, sad girl crying. I was having my sad girl moment in the shower. And I'm like, I can't stop crying. What is wrong with me? I was straight up having a full meltdown on Monday night. So that's how things have been. I'm doing okay emotionally now, although I did watch my wedding video and I was like, okay. But here's the thing though, I'm ready to read. Like, are you guys ready to read? Because I'm ready to read. I've already decided. I know sometimes I ask, I've already decided. We're going to do 4 sessions, 25 minutes long, 5-minute breaks. I'm going to enjoy my Coke. I'm hopefully going to finish the Foxglove King. I have been hard hitting it on audio, but I do plan to read the rest of the trilogy at this point because it's like going pretty good. Let me tell you guys the tension in this. Ooh, wee, ooh. Okay. So I do plan to continue the trilogy in this. And so I'm like, I want to get through with it. Okay. All right. So that being said, for you all, I'm going to sit back, relax. I'm gonna turn up Spotify a little bit for you. If that's distracting and you don't want it, let me know. And we can like kind of do like a group vote and get rid of it. But otherwise, happy reading, happy productivity. I would be lying if I said that I don't have any wedding productivity stuff to do because now I have post wedding, which is sending thank you cards to everyone, which we might do on Sunday. Here we are. It's okay. It's all right, right? It's okay. But yeah, otherwise though, let's hop to it, okay? All right, I'll see you guys in about 25 minutes. Okie dokie. How did we do? So I made it to 375. This is, I think, a longer chapter because when I double checked it on to see where I was at in the audiobook, it said it was like 35 minutes long, which I feel like is a longer one. So, hi, Scenes. Fun. Yes. it was. It was Saturday. I'm very tired from it. Plus, work has just like been insane. So that's why I had to cancel on Tuesday. Otherwise, I would have been back. But I'm hoping now though that it's well, okay, work won't be better. But I'm hoping now though that like I'll also have less stress from the wedding too. And so that way I will get back to like our regularly scheduled sessions. So hey Ash. Oh, nice. I didn't realize it was a novella. That's really nice. Has anyone read The Foxglove King? I know that this is I don't have the paper cover on. Whenever I'm reading a book that has what is it called? Not a sleeve. I always forget the name of them. You know what I mean, like the paper cover thing. Okay, anyways, whenever I'm reading a book like that, because I'm very prone to getting oil marks on my books from my fingers, I try to just read the hardbacks without the covers on. But has anyone read the Foxglove King and like the series? Yes, thank you. Dust Jacket. I always forget the name. I like that should be a meme. What's one word you never remember? Dust Jacket. Ever. Never ever. So anyways, so it's pretty good. I'm technically buddy reading it with Novel Nomads. And I like messaged her the other day and I'm like, okay, like these are my thoughts. And I was like, I don't know who she's gonna choose though, because there's like two dudes in this book. And I'm like, is this a love triangle or is this something else? And I'm just like, girl, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's a very interesting concept. They have so obviously like foxglove is like a real plant and poison in our daily lives, but it is a fantasy book and it's kind of treated like it's still a poison, but also like a drug. So it's really interesting. Um, but yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. So I already have the Hemlock Queen. I got that and Foxglove from Book Outlet like maybe like a year ago on their $5 sale, which I don't know if they're still doing their $5 sale, but they were having it. I shared it on my story because I have like I anyone who makes an account with them gets it, but I have like a little promo code where like if you use my link and sign up or whatever, you get $5, I get $5. I should maybe put that in my YouTube descriptions. I didn't think about that. But yeah, so I got them both on there at the same time. And then Nightshade God just came out and I was like it was on sale. So I was like I think I'll get it. I think I asked for it for Christmas, but I think it was maybe pre-order then. And then when it came out, it went on sale and I didn't get it for Christmas. So I was like, okay, I think I'll go ahead and get it because I do plan on reading it. It's actually one of my, they're on my 26 and 2026. So yeah, so really interesting. Hoping to finish obviously before the end of the month. What else did I finish? I'm like trying to remember what else I read this month with the wedding going on and being super stressed at work. So while I was off work, I did finish the dark or it's not the Dark Witch. It's just called Dark Witch. Um yeah. Missy, I so like I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. So I'm like, do people not think it's good? Or is it just like one of those like books that people forget about? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I own that, but I haven't read it. Or like I haven't prioritized it because no one talks about it. So we'll see what happens. So I finished Dark Witch by Nora Roberts. That's the first book in the Cousins O'Dwyer trilogy, which is also on my 26 and 2026. I really liked it. It was really good. It had kind of like so I thought it was going to be a really quick resolve ending. I was proved slightly wrong on my guessing, which made me happy though, because I'm like, oh, thank God, it's not like, you know, your traditional like totally expected what was going to happen. So I was really happy actually by how it ended. It is a little insta-lovey, so I will share that because I know some people don't love that. So just, I don't mind it depending on how quick the insta-lovey happens, if that makes sense. So, yeah, but it was pretty good. I did like it. So I plan on continuing that series. Hoping to finish Foxglove King in February. I also finished Malice. And I have a lot of reading catch up to do, for everyone in my family has killed someone. Let's not talk about it, okay? That's what we're gonna do on Sunday, probably. All right, let's hop to it. I talked a little bit over, so I'll see you guys in about 24 minutes. Happy productivity, happy reading. Hi. Hi. Sorry. We're getting dinner ready. Um, Ash, you asked about Malice. So, I do post all my reviews on Storygraph. Um, so I had a look. I was like, did I give it 4.5 or 5? I gave it 4.5, so I did look. So that's what I was trying to like sign to you, but um yeah, we were getting I realized I don't have my cap on there. Sorry if I sound really windy or anything. Um I don't have my like filter on here. I was helping Dominic get dinner ready. So, yeah, didn't get much reading done. Um we're having our favorite that we eat in this household, buffalo chicken dip. What? What? What happened? Why aren't you telling me? Oh. I mean, we eat it all the time. He's saying it's not his favorite. I love it. I think I think Skyline is probably your favorite, but we don't eat that all the time because it's also expensive. Um, I think buffalo chicken dip is like one of my favorites that we make pretty regularly, just because it's easy to throw together. It's easy to keep the ingredients on hand. Like, yeah. Oh, no worries. Singing's fun. Have fun. Yeah, I know. I know. So, it is yummy. But go have fun. I hope you have an awesome night. Yes. Um, so yeah, Ash. So I gave it a 4.5. As I said, I do post almost everything on Storygraph if you guys ever want to see my reviews. And I am pretty diligent about using like their spoiler tags. Even if I'm doing like quotes and like the quote possibly reveals something, I try to do that then as well. Um, but you guys know I'm a quote girl. I love quotes. Um so this is like how I kind of end it, which is also like includes my I almost always do my recommendations at the end on if I would recommend it to other people. So this is what I said. I find it hard to talk about Malice without giving too much away, which is why this review feels harder to write than most. What I can say is this: it's a story about darkness versus light, good versus evil, prophecy and chosen ones, kingdoms at odds, and the weight of decisions made in the name of power. If you're up for a challenge and love being rewarded at the end, read this. If you need fast paced action from page one, maybe wait until you're in the right headspace for a slow burn. So, and I know slow burn, you typically talk about those when it comes to romance, but I felt like it was really appropriate in terms of like building up to the action in Malice, if that makes sense. Um so things like really hit hard the last 200 pages. I should just read you my whole review, but we only have 13 seconds. If you stick around for the next break, I'll read you my whole review of it because I don't really give anything away. So I'll read my review for it in the next break if you're here still. Um and then you can kind of make your decision. So, and I'm like pretty brutal with my reviews and my review system. So this isn't like I'm fluffing it up because everybody else does. Yeah. Like I'm pretty honest about things. So, um okay, all right. Happy reading, happy productivity. I doubt our food probably will not be done um during this time frame. So, I should be here the whole time. We'll see though. Hello. How did we do? Yes, Charlie is sitting on my legs right now, looking out the window. So, fun times over here. Huh, Charlie girl? You looking out the window? I made it to 392. I definitely think I'm gonna finish this tonight. I think there's like 460 pages or something like that. Yeah, 466. So I'm definitely gonna try to finish this tonight, I think. Um, Dominic is also reading, but he's doing audiobook. Ooh, Misty, that's exciting. I did forget that I did read another book very, very early in February called Thornhedge. It's a T. Kingfisher short little novella retelling of I believe like Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel type situation. That was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Um okay. Ash, I knew I was going to read you my review for Malice. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll just read that. So if you don't want to hear my review of Malice, you can absolutely mute me right now. Okay. So I did give it 4.5 stars. I've been wanting to dive into high fantasy for a while, and after seeing several YouTubers recommend The Faithful and the Fallen, I finally took the leap with Malice. I'm so glad I did. This is a finished 4-book series, which gave me comfort going in, but I have to be honest, the first. Oh, night, Misty. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. This is a finished 4-book series, which gave me comfort going in, but I have to be honest, the first 400 pages were a slog. I didn't not want to read it, but I did need to immersion read, which is what I call like audio and physical reading, to stay engaged. If this is your first John Gwyn or your first high fantasy, just bear with it. There's so much that needs to be built: the world, the characters, the history, the politics, the magic. It takes time, and there are so many characters. I highly recommend finding the non spoiler character list. It's on Reddit to help you keep track. But here's the thing: that slow build is exactly what made the last 200 pages hit so hard. This book pulled emotions out of me I didn't expect: heartbreak, loss, pride, the ache of watching characters find themselves. Gwen spends time making you care about these people, showing you their growth over roughly a year's timeline. Without that foundation, the impact of what happens later would have been severely limited. I was genuinely worried I'd get lost or burned out in my first real high fantasy, but Gwen has a gift for storytelling that kept me grounded. The way the narrative unfolds, starting in a different era than pushing forward to the present day, builds this sprawling, politically charged world with an impending evil rooted in prophecy. By the end, I was already planning when I could start book 2, which I don't know if I'll get to it next month, but definitely next quarter. I find it hard. Oh, so then the next part is like where I talk about like I really actually do find it hard to truly talk about this book. So, but as I said, I'm always a sucker for some good quotes. So I can also read some good quotes for you. So, both the brave man and the coward feel the same. The only difference between them is that the brave man faces his fear and does not run. Uh, you can tell much about a man by the company he keeps, by his friends and his enemies. There is a hole in your heart, an empty space. You must fill it with meaning. You need a cause to live for, to fight for, perhaps to die for. He is my son, my blood, my heart, my joy, my breath. No one need ask anything. I will do all that I can for him, protect him, fight for him, die for him if need be. So, I like that's the thing. I obviously it's book 1. I'm curious to see like if book 2, book 3, book 4 are all set up the same way. It might be hard to finish the series. I'm not going to lie. But at least where I ended book one, I feel confident picking up book two. And also knowing that it's a finished series definitely helps because you can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, which, like, I never want to be the person to tell someone, like, just get through it, just keep reading through it. But I feel like with high fantasy in particular, and with Gwen's writing style, that you kind of have to have that mentality because there is so much. It's kind of like when I recommend ACOTAR to people now, and I'm like, well, that's the book that got me back into reading, but the first book is not very good. That it's like that type of feeling, if that makes sense. Um, and then, like, as I kept reading ACOTAR, I felt like the payoff was definitely there, especially by the time we got to A Court of Silver Flames. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. So I hope that helps you make a decision. Definitely need to be in the right mindset. That is all I will say. Like, definitely go in knowing that you might have to, like, put it on audio, let it play, do something else to not fall asleep type of situation, or immersion read it. So, okay. All right, back to my book. I'll see you guys in about 23 minutes or so. Okie dokie. How did we do? So that was that our last one? I think it was. Yeah, because then this would be like our 5 minute break or whatever. So that was our last one. I made it to 410. It's very interesting. I'm still like, is there going to be a love triangle? Is there not going to be a love triangle? Or is it like going to be one of those situations where we like flip flop kind of like who the true interest is? There's also this like weird hint of like almost like deja vu or like past life where they're like, we feel like we know you. And this has been a theme that's been going on throughout the whole book. Like this isn't something that like I'm giving away. Like it's a theme that happens very very early on in the book. Like I feel like I have done this or know this person and I don't know why and I don't know from where, but I feel like I should. And this has been like a constant thing that comes up in the book, well, throughout the first book, but it hasn't been revealed to us. And I'm like, okay, guys, like we have like 55 pages left, and this is still something that we don't have an answer to. So I'm kind of like, is everything going to happen in the last 50 pages? Um, I feel like up until now, it has done a pretty good job in terms of like ebbing and flowing the interest. Whereas like Malice, which I talked about earlier, was kind of a slog to like get things set up and moving. I feel like the Foxglove King has done a pretty good job of like something happens, then this happens, then this happens. But then wait, we thought it was this thing and now it's actually this thing. So we kind of have to backtrack and then more stuff is revealed. And so I feel like it has like this really nice, solid pattern of flow. But I'm like, but is that big thing? Is that like that peak point, knowing that this is, I think it's a trilogy. I believe the Nightshade God is the third and final book. But you know, knowing that the peak point, obviously, with the book potentially concluding in the third book, but like where's that peak point? Because I feel like right now it's all been like pretty even. These ebb and flows, these waves have all been really even. And now I'm like waiting for the, when are we gonna hit like the top and it's gonna crest over and boom, we're going right into the second book. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on right now. And I'm like, and that's a lot to put in the last 50 pages. And Malice, it was the last 200 pages. And this, it's kind of like I'm still waiting. Like something else has now happened. So we're at this nice level peak right here. But is it going to keep building and that's going to be the ultimate peak, or is there going to be something else? Which is a little concerning sometimes when that happens, because you're like, what are we doing? It would be more concerning though if the book had not had already its like ups, its highs and lows. So kind of where we're at right now. Um Otherwise though, I think I'm gonna keep reading tonight. We were gonna watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think the last episode came out on Sunday. So we might still watch that. I don't know. I'm gonna chat with Dominic while we're eating our dinner. Yeah, they're on top of the refrigerator, I think. Yeah, mom put them up there. Um, but otherwise, so I hope you guys have an awesome night. I plan to be back on Sunday. I'll probably be reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone and catching up on that. Wow, I might even listen to it. That it's actually a really good book to listen to if you haven't started it. You pick up on the inflection in the narrator, which a lot of people are like, I don't like this book, but I think that they're missing the inflection points, which help. So, so yeah, yeah. So it's not that bad to listen to on audio. So I might put on audio while I'm doing thank you cards for wedding gifts, and I haven't even done my bridal shower gifts one because like every penny was going to the wedding. So so it's fine. We have to do both now. It's fine. It's just gonna be a long day of writing thank you notes out. So oh, here comes mama. Yeah, Ash, and that's what I mean. Like I feel like some people like the dry humor and other people are like, eh. I will say this much, like I don't hate it when I read it, but I'm not drawn to reading it, if that makes sense. So, hi mama. Here, I'll see if I can show her to you guys. Will my camera go down far enough before we head out? We'll get a little hello from mama. Say hi. And then we'll head out. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. As I said, I will be back on Sunday to continue reading. Most likely, everyone in my family has killed someone. I think that's the title. I maybe said that wrong. And yeah, if you guys need anything in the meantime, though, feel free to join the Discords and we'll go from there. And Ash, normally I am not either. So that could also be it. I'm normally like definitely a fantasy girl. So but yeah, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Stay warm if it's snowing where you are. The weather here is like all up and down, so stay healthy if that tends to like bother you. But yeah, mama, you're showing everybody your butt. Put that down. So yeah, so we'll see you guys soon.